Well, we're here in Wem Industrial Estates. Well, I saw these huts. These are called, are they Nissan huts? Are they that you can tell instantly the style? This was some military place, some whatever, you know. So I thought I'd Google it. And if you Google Wem Industrial Estates, it comes up pretty quick. This was the Americans joined the war in 1941, and in 42 it was built, and to 43. And had a quick look at it. It was like 1,250 men were here. Yeah, American. So this was an American base. Look at this, and the buildings are still here. You know, where you collect the tools, and the military area, is it called? Yeah. But look at this, whilst they're loading me, I thought I'd, and it's not raining and it's not too particularly cold, I thought I'd take a wandering. And we go and have a look. Just walk to the bottom and back again. Wow. You can see these huts. The military and the Air Force, wartime, had a hell of a lot of land, didn't they? Took up a lot of land wherever they went. This one looks more, you can see they've been repaired and patched, and obviously this has had a new front on it because it's got a tin front on it and had a door. But you can see this one, it's asbestos, it's original, isn't it? I'd say these are all still the original buildings. Yeah. Bolted through, yeah. Right, these are asbestos, these are. Yeah, they've got a right old age on them. Well, I say right old age. That'd be 40, 41, something like this. Wow. There's quite a few of them. And obviously, over the years, slightly altered, you know, things break, things replaced, renewed sort of thing, but basically they haven't changed much at all, have they? Wow. Aren't these just fantastic? I mean, as I've got into the tools, I've sort of got into the history as well and started looking, and you know, as I'm a truck driver, I basically get everywhere, don't I? Eventually. It's all right. So, I was just talking to a gentleman there, and this had railways. It was just a storage place. It was just a storage. He'd been here since 90 odd, and it was. And he apparently, now I come from Wales. Now in Wales, there was a depot, ammunition depot, and they made ammunition and all that there. And my uncle drove one of the trucks that used to move the aeroplane wings about. Hold on, we go on. So where were we? Yeah. So when I come from Llanberis, there was an ammunition depot for years. I remember it as a kid, just on the last breaths of it. Anyway, the story goes in there that there's caves there, you know, quarry caves, and they're full of army stuff, and they've just blown up the entrance and it's gone, disappeared. Well, anyway, he was telling me now, he remembers this was just storage. There was the railway line, so he remembers the railway line here. Just, you can only just see the sleepers apparently, but he told me somewhere here there's supposed to be a bloody big hole, and it's all full of American kit and gear. It looks like sounds like they just buried it. Yeah, so the rumour is around here somewhere, not far away, there's a huge hole full of all American Jeeps and American equipment. Who knows? Do you know, it's just nice. It's nice weather, just nice to talk to someone, get the conversation going, bump into somebody. Isn't it great, isn't it? Having an interest, but he'd been here since the 90s, 91, I think he said. Wow. Isn't life is as interesting as you make it. You know, instead of just coming here, putting the stuff in, driving away, have a look around, Google the place. Most industrial estates, except for the brand new ones, are some sort of military, air force sort of places. Yeah, anyway, I encourage you to put Wem Industrial Estate in and read the history. The Americans, it was a storage depot, sounds like it, for the Americans. Wow. So let's have a look what Google says about Wem Industrial Estate. The United States entered the Second World War late in 1941 and during 1942 embarked on Operation Bolero, the creation of facilities for the assembly of Army and Air Force units in Great Britain for future assaults on continental Europe. The prototype storage base was begun in Wem, 16 kilometres north of Shrewsbury, on the 14th of December 1942 and was completed on the 30th of June 1943. It extended over 22 hectares, is that? Acres? HA? Had a camp of 1,250 men and a 17 kilometres of railway sidings. The industrial estate that now occupies the site provides a rich architectural record of the Second World War. Although some of the land has been returned to agricultural and some is occupied by a caravan site, the railway embankment linked the depot to the line from Shrewsbury to Crewe and to the port of Merseyside and Clyde, the River Mersey and the River Clyde, and in South Wales, can still be recognised. The lines were worked in wartime by 30-30T tank locomotives made in Pittsburgh and delivered during 1943. The estate includes 6 ranks of corrugated asbestos huts with corrugated iron end walls in which are doors sufficiently large to admit vehicles. Each hut has 4 ventilators in the roof, 24 skylights and 2 concrete pipes which would have been flues for cookers and stoves and such things. All had telephones and swan neck pump standards for external lighting. The only other building remaining from the military period are small block structures such as toilet blocks, emergency water supply installations. Present day use includes a timber company, a transport depot, a vehicle bodybuilder, a steel fabricator and a wholesale florist. And as we went, a tyre recycler, and the site is privately owned. The site is in private ownership, but the public have access to the businesses on the estate, and there's a cafe for refreshments. Fantastic. Generally speaking, I work around the Birmingham area, Coventry, Leicester, Derby, that sort of, sometimes Telford, sometimes Shrewsbury, and this is where Wem is. So they gave me a nice long lead today. It was quite nice, and sometimes I come down here, don't I, to Mid Wales. There's the border. Do you see this dotted line? That's the border between England and Wales. Yeah. Not that it's a boundary or there's no security huts on each road or anything like that. It's just the county border, you know, the country border. So, yeah, I had a nice trip out into the green stuff today. Yeah, so these are those, and there's the skylights, the flues that it was on about. 4 of them in the roof, yeah. So I'm guessing these were accommodation blocks, I'm thinking. There must have been, or where they stored the stuff, maybe? Oh, yeah, it's quite, we didn't see much of it, but it's quite a big site, isn't it? And you see here, there, the on the edge, the caravan site, but which bit were we in? I think, let me see. We were up here, look. We were in the tyre recycling place, we were. Yeah. We were up here on this side. Loading up tyre stuff. So that tyre recycling place has been there quite a while, hasn't it? And we came up and down there, didn't we? We came in here and went up there. So there was more to see. Here we are, look. There's some units for rent there. They're £500 a month. Or plus the VAT, yeah. Lighting and cameras. Lots of square footage on them. You know, Google's an amazing thing. Whenever you find a thing, you can just press it in Google and then go looking, can't you? Fantastic thing, Google. There we are. I wonder if that gives us a bit more information on it. Prisoner of war camp. Ordnance Survey Depot. Was it a prisoner of war camp then? Yeah, look, it seems like. World War II prisoner of war camp site. Wow. Yeah, there is a lot of history. There we are, industrial estate. Yeah, look, seems to be, must have been a former POW campsite. I know, adjacent next door. This must have been sited. Is located adjacent to the very large former Wem Ordnance Depot. Which, yeah, look, full of Nissan. Not Nissan as in a car. N-I-S-S-E-N. Nissan huts. Yeah. Wow. The more you look, the more you find, isn't it? Fantastic. Yeah, so you don't know, you just don't know what's on your doorstep. You just don't know where you're going or what you're visiting. So much history, isn't there? Well, this is somebody who's visited, look. I found what appeared to be a POW camp main entrance and access gate attached to the post close and the gate. Yeah, the go around the gate so it was possible to go through this. It wasn't possible to go through the scrubland. Being unable to gain the access via, I went to the Wem Industrial Estate to the opposite side of the woods. Wow, I'll screenshot that for you to see it. So this reporter has been mooching and was having a look and where the camp was and the ground and what was there. Wow. Wonder what they were. So this morning we're loading bales of tyres. Like a, what would you call this? A rubber recycling place? A rubber tyre recycling place? Yeah. That's where we are this morning. We're in Wem in Shropshire. We're in the sticks. We're properly in the sticks. In the middle of nowhere again. Look how amazing this magnet is. It's moving stuff around. Isn't it? Magnetism is a witchcraft, isn't it? Look at that. Wow. I mean, you imagine the old days, the man who invented or who discovered magnetism, they would have burnt him at the stake, wouldn't they? Who was the first guy who they discovered magnetism? It's the devil's work, isn't it? Wow. Well, we found a few aluminium ones, I think. Separating them away. Imagine in the beginning of time, and you're the first person to discover how magnetism works. That must have been some shock, mustn't it, eh? You wouldn't want to tell anyone, because they'd it's the devil's work. I think I may as well stop here. I'm sort of waiting for instructions, waiting to be told what to do. See how strong it is, how it's attracting the stuff. Wow. He don't like that one, does he? Did you see that then? See how that swung round and went onto the magnet?